Hello everyone and welcome to Disasterpiece Publishing House. I'm Dev Solivay.
And I am Cy Metz.
And this is a show about the good, bad, but mostly bad of weird internet literature.
Dramatic readings included.
We're back at it.
We're back at it.
We're back again with Tales Gets Trolled.
Not only are we back at it, but we are here to drag others into this crazy adventure with us. Joining us today, we've got my girlfriend.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice
And
to meet you.
I think Erica was also present last time, but just chilling in the background.
No,
So
she was present for Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles.
Oh, okay,
is
yeah.
what it was.
we've got another Erica sighting. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
So we're all here for this, our next installment of Tales Gets Trolled, Chapter 2. Any comments before we jump into this?
I think that we should recap a little bit, just because it's been a while since you and I have jumped in.
Okay,
it's been about a month since we recorded the last one.
Yeah, and I remember, virtually nothing about it.
All right, so Tales Gets Trolled. We start out by, Tales... oh, that's right. Obviously. Content warning, all of them. This is about internet trolls and people saying mean things to each other as an anime power system. There's going to be a lot of yikes shit. I don't remember everything, but just
we'll do retroactive content warnings, but just to keep in mind, last episode, it's worth noting this has to do with internet trolls, and in order to show them kind of dunking on internet trolls, they first have to portray those trolls. And those trolls, especially at this time period,
it becomes more complicated than just we're going to make fun of trolls. When I said that trolling as an anime power system, I mean it.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
It'd be trolling, we'll get into it, but trolling is magic, sort of.
Oh, so it's got a magic system.
Yeah, it's got this is a battle shonen. I keep trying to tell you this.
I love magic systems.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to dig into that.
Well, it's very similar to Skyrim, but I don't want to spoil it. There's going to be a word, there's going to be a very, very, very bad word that is very important to the plot that we are not going to say.
Yeah.
But it's not going to come up for a while.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
So, racism, homophobia, graphic violence, just all the stuff that 4chaners think is cool, unironically.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm ready to jump into it if you are.
I am as well. So, to recap last episode... Chapter 1, Tails gets trolled. A bunch of, internet trolls come up, call him a f***, and he tries to be their friend because Sonic tells him to, it backfires. So then, what else do? You team up with Shadow the Hedgehog and you murder the crap out of them. Hide the bodies. Sonic finds out and gets pissed. Turns out the trolls are working for some big bad pretty emo boy trolls or whatever.
Yeah.
And thus the big bads are about to be revealed. Mario shows up for a second and it was inconsequential, but now we are back in the thick of it. And chapter 2, you got Tails doing a Naruto sort of Rasengan situation.
And a bunch of kind of faces behind it. Very much like a movie poster.
Yeah, we got a couple of OCs. We got one of them I just can't describe as anything other than Marth from Smash Brothers if he was an Arthur character and also had dark sclera. He's like if Arthur Marth were a wolf boy.
Incredible.
You want to describe the other OC?
I mean, the other OC is just kind of what you would expect from a regular emo person. Just black hair with a red poof in the front. A fuckload of eyeliner. A truly ridiculous amount. And of course, you've got your Sonic and your Shadow there in the background as well. And the font is just... glorious.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Seinfeld looking yellow on red.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right.
So we got Mario for some reason. And then it's back to Tails.
Tails is holding a lollipop, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just standing in a plane and he's like, ha 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 ha! What's that sound?
Painfully because of your ugly face.
There's that emo guy, and he's just looking at Kirby, and Kirby looks real sad.
I can only imagine how it must be for you not having a penis. I mean, there's no way to recover from that messed up deformity. I wouldn't want to see the two creatures that made you. Eh?
There's a troll! Just remember what Shadow showed me! Hey, troll! fuck you!
And it's Tails with a big middle finger looking straight at the camera, which I really love that bit of continuity because that's what Shadow did last time.
Shadow has taught him the first of the trolling techniques.
Yeah.
This is like the Yu Yu Hakushen spirit gun moment, you know?
Oh, you must be Tails.
You must be an asshole troll that talks shit about everyone.
I point out everyone's flaws and problems, simply pointing out you're nothing.
Fuck you, trolls! Die! And he's like fucking zooming, and he's taking a leap, and he's got his chucks out, and he's about to like kick the guy in the face.
And then Emo Boy here catches his foot midair, blocks it.
With his elbow, like just kind of covering his face like a fucking cool emo boy. Like fucking Sasuke from Naruto, like I don't even care, I'm smoking a cigarette still.
Yeah, didn't even spit out a cigarette.
He blocked it!
And then he just yeets Tails.
No, I think what they're trying to do is like, you know, like in DBZ when they do the and then like they knock it off with an elbow and they do the kickback and then they land like ka-choo.
Oh, yeah, I've never watched DBZ, so.
We watched Dragon Ball Z abridged together. They do it in that a lot.
We watched it over 10 years ago. You can't expect me to remember.
Well, that's right.
I remember one thing. Dodge! That's all I remember.
Well.
You don't remember? No.
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 Remember, not everyone has the same autism as you.
Yeah, Dev's autism's different.
Oh, you know what? That does sound familiar.
No.
Yeah, it's the big fat guy.
The
huh?
Namek Saga
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
my favorite part of the abridged series. Yeah.
I have to think hard, but I can remember it. To think very hard.
So, yeah, like Tails gets knocked back from the force of like the depthful dodge and he like slides back like just on his tippy toes. He's in his fucking fight pose. He's like, "Alright, you better get ready to die." And then then the fucking emo guy comes in, dark flash step, like teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid.
Shadow ninjutsu appears.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like black hatching.
And then he pulls his fist back and it flies forward in Tails' direction. We see one panel of Tails just like shocked Pikachu face, the fist flying towards him. And then it smacks him in the face, and his teeth and blood all fly out of his mouth.
Detailed.
Yeah, with far more detail and lines than any of the panels so far.
It's like it borderlines on being well drawn.
Yeah, it's like well drawn, shitty drawing, if that makes sense at all. And it's just like hyper detailed, the teeth and blood everywhere. Tails falls over, still spitting out blood.
Bastard!
He looks behind him.
Goes to like hit him with the tails, and it just don't work.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm able to understand what the motions are trying to be here. It really looks like he's just flying up and farting in his face, and then the guy's responding by just elbowing him into the stomach as hard as he fucking can.
Yeah, and when he elbows him too, like his whole like stomach just distends into him, and it's
yeah, like and they're doing the cool thing that they do for like the anime shock face, where you don't close the pupils, and then you just have like a dot pupil.
Yeah, and then he gets yeeted and lands on the grass.
I didn't know there was trolls that knew how to fight.
If you was smart, you will take this as a warning for next time.
And he puts out his cigarette. Oh, he beat Tails quicker than he could smoke a cigarette, dude. This guy's so cool.
Oh, man.
Oh, bastard!
If you was smart, you would leave. Tails punches him in the face, and he just stands there motionless and says, "Well, now I know you're not smart."
Fuck you! You need to die, troll!
If this is all you got, then I should warn you. If you keep this route, you'll die.
Oh, yeah, there are a bunch of weird typos.
Yeah. Rough.
He's trying to say route. That's just how he thinks it's spelled.
Interesting.
If you keep this route.
Okay. Yeah. See, I always say it as root and not route.
What's the spelling on it?
ROUGHT.
This route?
Route.
Roofed.
Oh my god.
Roughed.
I think you're just being creative. That's not even like a mistake. That's like you're spelling it wrong on purpose. Like,
yeah, that at that point, like...
No, we know enough about Laserbot to know that this is
Well,
this is just how he's making it.
How many ways can OUGHT or OUGH be pronounced?
Sloth?
You can do sloth, enough, trough,
Ouch. Ugh.
through.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think that's just where all the vowel noises that the English language fucking refuse to accommodate because racism go to be utilized.
Well, there's also the fact that, like, English, we created our spelling system during Middle English and not Modern English, and that's why it's so fucked. So
That's actually interesting.
I got a degree in this, so I know these things as someone with a degree in linguistics.
Anyway, the troll just grabs Tails by his fucking throat. And these are the two sequentially funniest Tails faces in the entire fucking comic.
Yeah, this one is just...
Because the second, like, it's two panels. It's him, like, getting his neck, and he's just like, oh! He looks like a fucking, if you've ever seen, like, what a blow-up doll looks like. Like, that's kind of what the face looks like.
Yeah, and then this, he just looks like...
He looks like a cat that you just caught drinking out of the toilet.
It looks like he's been deflated, and he's just a skin bag now, and then... Yeah, our emo friend here is just grabbing his throat, and he says, "Let me make myself clear. Don't even try it. I could have broke your fucking neck.
Sigh!
Get out of here. I need a smoke." And he walks away.
Oh, he's so cool.
Yes, my boy, Shadow, he's here.
Yeah, and my boy, Silver. All right.
So Shadow's on the ground sleeping for some reason.
And Silver shows up, and you just see his shoes, and he steps down a leaf to wake him up.
Yeah, the crunch of the leaf wakes him. How many people are gonna step on that leaf? Whoever is it, come back later. I haven't had any sleep.
I'm trying to think of a funny voice for... It's me, Shadow, and I need your help!
That should be a bit, is we get a different voice every time.
No, he's Marvin the Martian now.
Okay, I guess he is.
It's me, Shadow, and I need your help!
Let me guess, you're getting trolled. Come on, dude, can't this wait until tomorrow?
No, I can't. This guy isn't like any troll I've seen before. He was smart, and he knew a lot about me.
This panel.
Yeah, he's just like throwing up a gang sign like, I eat pussy.
So I want to say, like, the art has kind of upgraded because whoever was drawing this has discovered how to change the opacity of the brush. And so that's the art is kind of looking a little more like a painting now, which is an interesting touch to the otherwise atrocious art, and it's making it so much better.
Honestly... I made fun of... I'm obviously making fun of this, but this guy, like, clearly fucking loves comics and loves, like, action comics, and he has a feel for, like, alright, well, if you're trying to indicate that this person is doing this is the way that you take these short... to, like, cheat that motion. And it's really interesting to me when people learn art that way by, like...
By practice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just jumping into it and going, like, I want to get this guy to do this thing... I'm not going to learn how to draw an apple, but I'm going to look at this picture of Ichigo Kurosaki kicking a hollow in the face, so that way I can draw my cool Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction fight.
It's kind of the art equivalent of jumping in at the deep end.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I like that a lot.
Again, we're calling the art bad because it is. I unironically like this. This guy set out...
Oh, me too.
It's funny, too. Like, he's like, who's going to keep stepping on that leaf?
Yeah, and,
I love it.
The thing about, like, art for comics, too, is that it doesn't have to be good because sequential art is a literacy of its own. Like, you can have good writing or you could have good art, but combining both, it doesn't necessarily require that either of them be good. It just has to be compelling in some way. If you take a look, for example, at the success of One Punch Man, this is a good example.
I think this is an amazing comparison to One Punch Man, too, because, one, just like Laserbot, just had a story to tell, and he just did it, and it was awesome. Yeah. But also, like, one, later on, just started, like, having another better artist draw it, because, like, later on, like, in the later chapters, it's drawn by, like, a professional artist who's, like, drawing well, but, like, kind of trying to emulate the style and be shitty on purpose a little bit.
There are some like iconic moments
Yeah.
from the original comic, and I feel like you get that too
Yeah.
with Tails Gets Trolled. There's some
Yeah.
panels that stand out precisely because even though the art is bad,
Yeah.
something about them is still evocative.
Yeah, but also like if you look at the difference between what One Punch Man looks like and what Mob Psycho 100 looks like, which is like his next manga
Yeah.
afterwards, he's still like got a derpy, like kind of cartoony, amateurish style, but it gets under my skin when people say he's a bad artist because he's become a great comic artist because of what, like you were saying earlier, about how sequential art is a literacy in its own. And he just has such a natural talent for that, like the way that comics read and the way that manga reads.
Yeah, exactly.
And his simplistic style really, he's a gag comic artist who's set his sights higher.
Yeah.
And I honestly, unironically feel like the comparison is perfect. And I think that Laserbot deserves like love and credit for like how much he's improved just since chapter 1.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm looking at this panel of Sonic right here, and it is panel of Shadow, and it is incredibly evocative, in my opinion.
All right, that's enough being pretentious.
Yeah, about Tails Gets Trolled.
I just like to properly contextualize the fun we're having with it.
Yeah, no, it is really remarkable. So we've got this close-up panel of Shadow. He goes, "That is odd. Most trolls are stupid. All right, I'll help you. I'm gonna call up some friends to back us up so we can end them for good." What am I looking at?
Okay, so now we're
Okay.
we're looking at two trolls here. One of them's a black guy with purple hair and Austin Power teeth, and the other is
Some kind of potato.
Man.
Yeah, with yellow teeth.
That's right. We're cutting to the inside of a Mario level. That's right.
What?
Yeah, we'll see. Because look, okay, so they're going like, you're small and funny to look at and stuff.
Yeah, duh, you're a butthole face.
And then they cut and it's a Goomba. And Goomba's making the Tails Gets Trolled face, and it's glorious.
Your boss gots to be. I know I would be if I had to deal with you, ugly.
Who is talking about me?
Oh no.
And it's Bowser from Super's Mario Brother. I don't take insults lightly, and I don't really care for morons like you. We didn't mean anything with our insults.
We was just joking. And then Bowser comes up and he towers above them. And he says,
I don't like jokes, and I don't like assholes.
fucking iconic.
Bowser doesn't do anal. I'm sorry, furries.
I love that. I love characters that are like this. I love that track. I don't like jokes and I don't like assholes. I'm gonna use that one, honestly. We're sorry, it wasn't a very good joke, I'll tell you that now, but there's no need for us to not start over.
Lies! And then it's like the 8-page Muda, but with Bowser, just multiple panels dedicated to him just blowing flames at these guys and turning their, like, the black guy into fucking ash.
Yeah, he just melts their flesh off like that one scene from Indiana Jones. Just whoosh, blows fire everywhere. You see a panel of one of them just melting, and then
wow, yeah, and there's like there's the outline of their exaggerated expression, and it becomes more charred in the next.
Yeah,
like dude is not skilled, but he is talented. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, this is a perfect example of sequential art literacy, because he knows how to, even with a limited skill set, he knows how to portray exactly what he wants.
Like, with the exception of the one joke of Tails farting in his face, I've never not understood what's going on.
Yeah. And then here we've got our potato face man with a whole bunch of veins on his head and his yellow teeth sticking out. He goes, "No!" More fire, and then our potato-faced friend goes, "Oh!" He starts crying. And then there's just fucking fire and blood
ash
everywhere. And ash.
It's ash. It's that's the corpse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's fire.
it's like an ashy
it's burning
corpse.
to cinders, yeah.
Incredible.
And then Bowser turns menacingly towards this guy.
And with an eerie, sharp-toothed grin, he glares at this troll, and the troll is all wide-eyed, looking up at him.
As if to a hound about to grip at his neck.
Yeah, and he says, "I'm so sorry. If you let me live, I'll suck your dick."
Then Bowser's like, just grabs his face and just starts squishing. And he
squeezing his face, squeezing tighter and tighter. And then his head just fucking explodes.
It's like a grape.
It pops like the elevator in The Shining.
And then his headless corpse falls to the floor, lifeless. Bowser's bloodied hand is in the frame.
And he's just like, "Them trolls was really annoying," and then he walks off frame. He's just like, "Well, that was weird."
Yeah. You see this gory scene, and then he just fucking turns to the camera, but walks away. Incredible.
Yeah, it's great. It's very.
And we're back to Shadow and Silver. They should be here soon.
They are. Look.
So who else did you guys get?
Well, we found some of the best troll fighters that are really good at what they do.
And then Mario's in the frame. And his brother Luigi.
Looking like a goddamn JoJo character.
Yes, they have been on their way for fighting the trolls.
It says they have their own, but their is spelt wrong. Yeah, it's
incredible.
I
know. It's truly marvelous.
Yeah. Then we've got Blimblow from League of Legends. I forget what this guy's name is.
Oh, who cares?
He's the cat thing from League of Legends. He's got a hat.
Yeah, this podcast is not safe for League of Legends. We do not condone.
Like, oh my god, I forgot about Rob with no ears. Okay.
Well, I know from being on League of Legends for so long, it's pointless to talk back to the trolls, so I just agree with them, and it pisses them off.
I used to be trolled, but I found out a way to stop it. I do all kinds of stupid and gay shit. They can't troll you if you dress up as a girl and kiss them. I don't like doing it, but it works.
God bless
Fucking
Bugs Bunny. And then the Hulk appears. I was trolled until I got bigger and stronger. Then them now I am feared.
And then they just cut to a guy, as a blonde guy. He just doesn't have ears. He's like, "Hi, I'm Rob. People can't troll me because I have no ears. They can't troll me if I can't hear them."
I mean, that's just such a...
And then they're doing a Reservoir Dog style cut to every single character. And Shadows is...
We got Shadow, the awesome. The Hulk is the power.
Bugs is the gay.
And that weird rat thing is the bastard.
Rob is the guy with no ears.
Mario is the firepower.
Luigi is the sissy. Together we make the Troll Slaiyers.
Slayer is spelled Slaiyrs, which I absolutely love.
I like how there are two people on this team whose apparently their superpowers are they're gay.
Yeah, I think
they mean coward for Luigi, but
honestly, I really enjoy the idea of having like a group of superheroes, but there's an obligatory gay character for all of them.
Yeah.
Like imagine the Avengers, but they had 2 extra people who were just there to be gay.
Well, that was Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, good
while.
point. This is a good point.
He's gay and deaf. He's a double diversity hire. That's why the Avengers don't give him shit for using arrows.
All right, so we're on our next page here. We've got Silver, Shadow, Luigi coming up.
Yeah. So Silver's like, "Hey, what about me? You didn't give me a name. I am a part of this group too."
Fine. I'll give you a name. The Money Guy.
The Money Guy is a name. Call me the Smart Guy or something.
Yeah, I really didn't like the name you gave me, the CC.
Fuck the names, they're nothing. Okay, back to what I was talking about. We need a hideout.
And then we cut to Rob, and Rob's like, "What did you say?"
I said that we need a hideout.
What is he saying? I can't hear. What?
Oh yeah, I forgot he can't hear.
What? I don't have fucking ears! We can't stay at Peach's castle. There's too much toads there. We can hide out in my place. We will never be found.
Oh man, what does Bugs Bunny's place look like? Oh, we're back. Okay, no, we're cutting back to Tails, who's fucking gotten the shit beat out of him, just covered in bruises, bleeding from his mouth. We get another close-up of his face that's actually remarkably well shadowed.
Yeah.
It's a very dramatic close-up, and then Sonic arrives.
Tails?
Tails falls to the ground.
Tails!
Sonic runs after him, his legs becoming a tornado.
I got you, buddy.
Sonic holds Tails, exhausted and defeated from his battle in his arms. He looks ahead with a determined look in his eyes.
Sorry, Tails, if this looks gay to the viewers.
Tails, his eyes drooping, worn out, he says,
It's alright.
Sonic, with anger in his green eyes, says,
Who did this to you? Some emo-looking troll.
Sonic glares, and you can see him baring his teeth with a thirst for vengeance.
Okay, now we're at Bugs' place.
We're at Bugs' home now, which is
yeah.
just a hole in the ground.
A literal hole in the ground. And then they cut to the inside, and there's just, like, the Slayers panel as a poster on the wall. Okay, guys, due to the fact Hulk isn't able to fit down here, one of you will have to fill him in on the plan later, but for now we will come up with the plan.
Okay, everyone. Do you guys see this paper? Well, there's nothing on it yet, but there will be.
Okay, and Rob is drinking out of a mug, and he's just looking up at Bugs, bewildered, and Bugs is just pointing at it, and he goes, Hey, can you put that on a coaster? I forgot how many of my favorite moments in this are in Chapter 2. Erica and I literally, like, make that face and go, Hey, can you put that on a coaster?
Bugs, he can't hear you, and you really need to chill. We will clean after ourselves.
We need the plan.
It should be noted at this point, Luigi is in his evil doppelganger counterpart, Mr. L outfit.
Dark Luigi.
Yeah, the L is
Dark
backwards.
Luigi
His eyes are shadowed.
Oh, it's a mask.
Oh, it's a mask.
It's a
okay.
mask.
Yeah, I don't know video games, so
Yeah. Oh, no.
Luigi, why are you dressed up? We are not superheroes. We are troll killers. Why don't you take that gay shit off?
guys, come on, we need to focus. Okay, any ideas to stop the trolls once and for all? We need something that they couldn't help to troll, and something that will draw more than one troll to something even the boss want to troll.
We need to draw them in with something even non-trolls hate. Something everyone hates. Something so big, all the trolls couldn't miss.
And then a close-up panel of Dark Luigi glaring into the camera.
I got it. There is only a couple of things. All the trolls couldn't miss the troll. We stage a fake Justin Bieber concert.
He's getting a little Russian there.
I know, like, why?
Dark Luigi.
Why am I
works for
turning
Putin.
into?
I got it.
Why
There
am I
is
turning
only a
into
couple
that
of
church guy
things
from
that all the
Metalocalypse?
trolls couldn't miss to troll.
Yeah,
We stage fake Justin Bieber concert.
Fuck it, Russian Luigi.
in Soviet Luigi's mansion, Ghost vacuum you.
Again, like doing Russian accent better.
Yeah, Russian
Luigi
accents
has
are just
become
objectively fun.
Okay, now this is all like dark, and it's like a bunch of shadowy figures talking. Saturation's way too fucking low. You can't make anyone out.
What is it?
Sir, we found a Justin Bieber concert flyers on the internet. We should get ready.
It's a trap. Shadow set this up to draw us in. I know, I read Beaver's blog.
What should we do, sir?
I have something that will put this in our favor.
What's that?
I have a hostage. What?
Yeah, don't scroll down yet. Don't scroll down yet. Don't scroll down yet.
I have a hostage, and they won't think to try anything when they find that out. Bring him in. And it's fucking Daffy Duck!
And he's tied up like a fucking,
Yeah.
like a U.S. Marine in an ISIS beheading video.
It's
Mask
just
over
covered
his
in...
eyes.
Yeah, mask over his eyes, covered in bruises and blood, under a spotlight, like a creepy fluorescent light above his head.
The Daffy from Scoob and Shag didn't get his shit kicked in his heart. Oh my god, Scoob and Shag. Go read Scoob and Shag. Don't let our stupid show. Just fucking read it. It's good.
Yeah. So we're back to Shadow speaking to Wile E. Coyote. Thanks again for paying for the stage and all of it. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You guys did help me kill the Roadrunner after all.
What? Hold on. When did that story happen?
Off screen, of course.
Of course.
Because the Roadrunner's a troll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it all makes sense.
It's the least I could do. Oh, it's the least I could do, but it's spelled wrong. Oh, and I hope your troll killing goes as planned. I'm gonna go home and take a bite some of that Roadrunner.
Incredible.
Pickles from Metalocalypse.
Douchebag.
I guess.
Fucking douchebag Roadrunner.
And we got Shadow. I guess I was wrong. He's the money guy.
Fuck you, Shadow. See, like, it's just, like, funny on purpose a lot. If a battleship
face.
I gotta say, of all of the art in this, his portrayal of the Hulk just has to be the worst. I mean, like, this is all, you know, but, like, if you look at the Hulk, he just looks like...
He's like, he's making, like, an Esqueleto face.
Yeah, it's just more teeth than face at this point.
Like, in this panel, it looks like he's shoving something up his ass, and he's really excited about it.
He's also in the middle of a character creator where the player has shrunk his head, and his neck is far too large and veiny, and it's just... woof.
Right.
Okay, everything is set up. The stage and everything is finally builded. Hey, we should let the word go out a bit before having the concert. Let the word spread more.
The trolls are already on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube talking about it.
Yeah, they're tweeting like a crazy. Yeah, there's even trolls talking about it on MySpace.
God, there's so many characters
It's like he's trying to make Bugs look like a furry and not like Bugs Bunny. That's the funniest thing.
Yeah. No, the way he characterizes these people is interesting.
Like, Bugs is very soft and breedable in this
iteration. I do want to talk about this. There's a noticeable change in the art for this panel. It's wonderful to see the progression here. But he's using more of like a pencil brush here. Which is kind of an interesting change. There's a lot more kind of sketchy lines,
Very
but
textured.
Oh,
yeah, it's very textured. I think it looks good. Like, it actually feels like an improvement a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, added with the increase in shading.
Here's something that I've learned as when I do my art, I don't really like to render, and I like using a lot of bright colors, and you have to go in and you have to add a little bit of noise to break up that shit. If you're drawing very simply and you're drawing with a lot of clean lines, I think that's why deviant art looks like that. You just get like a thick black line and a fill tool, and it just creates this very particular type of eye bleed that comes from things being too clean without the knowledge of how to do it right. So, like, having this softness added to it makes it a lot easier on the eyes, for sure, than previous pages.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it had, like, the early pages very much had that distinct look, but it's one of the things I absolutely love about webcomics is watching the art evolve. You don't ever see that with mainstream stuff like DC or what have you, but you always see it with webcomics, and it's a joy to watch as this person improves while they're telling this story that's been, you know, sitting in their head, and it's really wonderful to me to see that. Like,
I should say, I don't think that this is a story that was sitting in his head. I think he just decided to do it because he thought it was funny.
Oh no, my webcomic is like that too, but like, you know, you can just improvise stories as well, but you're telling, like, when you tell, as someone who has written many comics, when you tell a story, you're giving out a piece of your soul in a way.
Yeah.
So even if this was improvised, there is a distinctly human element to this. This is a real person behind this, and you get to watch them evolve. You're seeing a part of who they are.
Yeah. Plus, this is literally MS Paint.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's one of the things I love about webcomics is that it's far more authentic and unique to the individual. So anyway, the change in art, we've got another close-up of Shadow, and he says, "Yeah, I don't think we are gonna need to wait long. The word has reached MySpace, for goodness sake."
He's right, Timo. If the word can reach the MySpace, it is really big.
Okay, so Timo, that's the name of the League of Legends.
Oh, the little rat guy.
Rumbly.
Okay.
So when are we gonna have the concert?
Please tell. Tomorrow. They will all die.
I got a question. How will we kill them all at once?
Really? How?
Hulk, you tell them the awesome fucking plan.
The awesome.
Okay, I'll tell them the fucking awesome plan.
The fucking awesome plan! This plan is so awesome that his teeth are like...
Remember, it's Hulk, not Shadow.
Yeah. All the trolls come in ready to troll. Then Shadow will come in and say that they are gonna die. Then we will all leave. Then blow up the stage and the trolls. I love that added little detail of, like, they're not just gonna blow up the trolls. Shadow has to come in and tell them about it first. And then we've got Shadow kind of holding up this mangled hand, and he has this big smirk on his face.
This is the most unhinged Shadow drawing thus far. I know. That's my favorite one.
Meanwhile, we're back to Tails, and he's sleeping.
This is another really good Tails drawing.
And then Knuckles just comes up out of nowhere.
Tails, wake up! You fucked up big time!
Knuckles!
You know, Sonic is out for blood now. He wants all the trolls dead. I know. I should have got you and Shadow to back me up. You do know there's only one person that Sonic can go to that could possibly find the trolls for him. You don't mean? Hello, Eggman. It's been a while.
You know, that's not a bad looking Eggman.
Finally, we've got Eggman. Oh, I'm so stoked.
Give him some credit for the Eggman. He shaded it and everything.
Yeah, his art isn't good, but I like it.
I know. It's really it's evocative.
It's
Yeah, he's trying really fucking hard and making a lot of decisions. He's not tracing, but he's capturing the oeuvre.
Yeah. There's
like you know the exact if you know these franchises well enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the other thing is,
you know,
like,
you can tell, like, oh, he probably is referencing this render or he's referencing this manga, but it never feels like he's tracing.
No, because he's capturing the silhouette. When you do sequential art, you want a character that is easy to draw, but has a couple of very distinct character design features that contribute to, like, a distinct silhouette. So with Eggman, in that case, it is the egg-like shape along with the big bushy brow and the, like, skinny limbs. So if you can capture that shape, you can capture the character perfectly, no matter the quality of everything else.
Yeah. Okay, so Sonic, and he's looking nonplussed, like intensely nonplussed. And he's like, I need your help. I need to find the trolls so I can destroy them.
Why would I help you? What do you have that I want?
Alright, let's make a deal. What do you want?
I want all the Chaos Emeralds.
Fine, I'll give you all of them, but not until the trolls die. I'll give you my emeralds so you know that I'm not fucking around.
Alright, Sonic, we have a deal. Follow me to my lab and I'll find them trolls. This may take a while. We get a really super close-up of Eggman, his teeth taking up at least half of his face as he smiles, and then Sonic says,
As long as they die.
Oh, this is incredible.
It's the old adage of the ends justify the means. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. I love it. So we have it's nighttime
it's
and there's
the concert. There's the Justin Bieber poster on the wall.
Justin Bieber.
Right, Justin Bever.
Bieber, yeah.
It's a Justin Bieber poster that looks like it's just been copied and pasted onto here.
Yeah.
A really fascinating color palette where it's mostly blue, but the red highlights of Shadow the Hedgehog come out. And he says, "Tomorrow will be the end of trolls as we know it. Ha 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 ha. This whole stage will be filled."
We should get us some rest and get ready for the best moment of all time.
And then a dark panel that I can't really make out.
Like to indicate that night has passed.
Oh, yes. And then daytime approaches, the doors of the venue are opened, the crowd files in.
You guys got your bottles to throw at Beaver?
There's over thousands of them.
Let them in so we can get to this started. It's almost time to kill them all, Doc.
And Shadow, he's all excited. He says, yes.
This is actually kind of a compelling, like, page flow. Got a nice variety of types of shots, but it flows pretty well. There's a nice horizontal, like, reading movement. There's a nice kinetic energy going down. This is the best fucking page so far, art-wise.
It's got... So one of the hardest things with comics is figuring out your panel placement, and it's going to depend on what kind of story you're telling. Here, it's very linear. He's got some things that he's trying to portray. It goes from nighttime to daytime, and that passes in a really interesting progression. And then you get the bottom panel.
Yeah.
It's much larger because this is kind of, they're building up anticipation. And
you can kind of tell, you can super tell this guy reads a lot of manga, because this is a very manga way to build up anticipation in terms of, like, something that they set up a chapter ago paying off. This is like, ooh, all these detailed shots, these long contemplative crowd shots and establishing shots, just to really emphasize the size and gravity of the thing. Like, this is nice. Hey, Laserbot. Nice. Good job.
Yeah, the one of the things that distinguishes manga from like American mainstream comics is that American comics, the panel progression tends to be action to action, whereas manga has a little more variety. It'll be moment to moment or person to person because they want to build suspense and capture all of the reactions. And so if you will see that a lot of exchange of dialogue and kind of character moments in stuff like this.
What he isn't taking from manga, however, is lettering placement.
No. The lettering feels intentional to me. Like, the lettering is...
No, I can't.
I think sometimes maybe it is, and sometimes maybe.
Well, I think it's intentional because he'll switch fonts in the middle.
No, what that is when you're drawing in paint, that isn't a text box that you create that you can go and edit. That is a permanent. Once you click off of it, that's just part of the image. So if you realize that you have some text that you forgot to put there, you have to punch it in and then manually resize it yourself, and that's why there's those compression issues.
So the font is due to the limitations of the tools that he's working with.
Yes, so that is what makes me think it isn't intentional, because you can see, because of the way that the program works, and you can tell, like, the thought process of, like, how he goes and forgets that shit in editing. Like,
that's what I was saying. I think sometimes he's, like, aware of it, probably, but, like, other times maybe not. I want to give him, like, a little benefit of the doubt.
I mean, it's not intentionally bad. Like, he's trying his best and failing if it's bad. He's not doing purposefully bad.
Honestly, the lettering adds to it, though, is the thing.
It does.
I'm saying, like, it's not like he's trolling by making purposefully bad lettering. He's trying to letter good and he's fucking it up.
That, yes. In, like, the middle of the word bubble.
It's so good.
Center, and then the drawing of Shadow is, that's
it's just glorious.
That's why my, what? I don't have fucking ears is one of my favorite panels because of that,
All right, so we're on to the crowd. There are a bunch of weird-looking folks standing up at the edge of the stage.
We got Fat Morty going,
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, where's Beaver?
There's an empty microphone in the middle of the stage. Shadow peeks out of the darkness, and then he walks onto the stage and he says, "I'm afraid Beaver isn't coming. Now, see this in my hand?
You don't like playing games, don't you, Shadow?
I'm gonna blow all of you up, so you're all gonna die."
You hear that? You are gonna die.
"We already know that you plan on killing us," says this fucking emo guy who's here again. "It's been a while, Shadow."
Who are you? Are you the boss of the trolls?
Oh, so Shadow and emo guy have a history, do they? Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're getting into it.
"No, our boss couldn't make it. Sorry. I guess I'll have to do." "Hey, Shadow, you forgot to tell your friends that you was a troll until you decided to leave."
Whoa!
Oh,
plot twist! That's why Shadow's so good at trolling!
It's because he's been in it. He knows. Oh, okay. We got some backstory now. I'm excited.
Literally swap out trolls for hollows Shinigamis or whatever, and like it's just one for one, just a shonen battle story.
I love this. We're
it.
getting some character development.
Yeah, there's like thought put into the world building, and it's kind of exciting.
I left because I found out how much I truly hate trolls.
And the emo guy says, "Don't even try it. If you do, I will kill your friend right beside me."
Who the fuck is that? Hey, Bug. Daffy?
You know him. Is he your friend?
Well, he's sort of my friend.
I really absolutely adore this panel.
That's a good bug phrase.
This, I don't know that I can describe it. It's like he's just really, really fucking stoned.
He's just long.
Yeah, I know. He's logged out of reality.
I'm making the face he's making in real life involuntarily because of how high I am right now.
Fucking incredible. I love how like Bugs.
It's like he's squinting, but his eyebrows are raised.
Yeah, really high on his head.
Yeah, right.
So we've got another dramatically painted image of Shadow, and he says,
Well, I don't know who he is, and Bugs doesn't really seem to care. So kill him, I don't give a fuck.
and then Daffy is
He's
just like fucking what? Like he doesn't even he can't process what's going on. And then Shadow pulls out his gun. He says,
You know what? I'll fucking kill him.
No, you can't kill him. I love him.
Damped.
Damn. I want a sticker that says damped.
I know, DAMNT is how that's spelled. Fucking wonderful.
God damn it. Damn it.
I need a sticker of that
Damped.
Shadow going damped.
Yeah, me too.
When I was getting trolled, he was the only one there for me. And when I was acting gay, I actually became gay with Daffy.
Our emo guy, who the fuck is that? Shadow,
I have no idea.
Elmer Fudd. I want the wabbit. This is paced like Chainsaw Man.
I know. This is, I really love how much it catches you off guard because there's no lead up to these cameos. They just happen. So, like, there's no,
Who is that? I don't know. Who the fuck is that?
There's
and
no
it's like, I'm this
foreshadowing.
guy.
There's no
Yeah, no.
forementioning.
There are characters you are never going to see coming, and I'm so excited.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Elmer Fudd, he pulls out his gun and he says,
I want that wabbit.
Shadow pulls out his own gun and says,
Point the gun at them.
Then Elmer Fudd looks like he just ate a cheese puff.
Bugs Bunny. And
Hold on.
possibly-
This is the worst drawn page so far. Oh my god.
It's bad.
He's a moron, Shadow.
If you help us, I'll get you something better than wabbits.
Okay.
The only reason you got Daffy is because someone told you Bugs was in our team. So who tipped you off?
Emo guy says, why don't you ask Luigi?
Yes, I told them.
Fucking excellent. Wonderful. So that's our dramatic panel of Luigi with his mask on.
And that's the end of the chapter.
What a way to end the chapter, huh?
God.
All right. So this
Luigi Rising!
I mean, I was a part of me was a little skeptical about covering Tails Gets Trolled because it's a comic. I am no longer skeptical.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, we got into some, like, character development here. I'm so excited.
Dude, Tails Gets Trolled is, like, good writing.
Yeah, no. And he just, like, he pulls it off in the best way possible. Because the biggest issue I see with, like, amateur writers is that when there's backstory, they'll do it in a flashback. That's not what he's done here. He's weaved it into the story. You can do flashbacks, but it has to be woven into the story first, and that's not always the case. People will just go on and on about origin stories that aren't relevant.
There is one flashback, and it is the single most fucked up thing that I have ever read in a comic book. It's amazing. I can't.
Okay, yeah,
but like
yeah.
I said, this guy reads a lot of manga. He reads a lot of really good manga.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Beyond just the action stuff, like you can tell that's not just the punchy fights that is interesting about this.
Yeah.
He's reveling in the chance to do crossover stories, not because it's cool to watch like Mario punch Sonic, but because he thinks it'd be fun for them to work together and interact with each other and do stuff and bounce off of each other. Like he's really reveling in like the potential for fun character interactions.
Yeah. No, I feel like this is crossovers done right, you know?
Yeah, like actually.
Yeah.
It takes itself way too seriously about trolling, and that automatically sets it up as a goofy thing that you shouldn't really take too seriously and just come along for the ride. It's the perfect like middle ground between someone who's like very, very aware of their limitations and the type of story they're telling, but also getting really ambitious and trying full ass at a really stupid thing and coming up short a lot of the ways. And I think that's what makes it great art.
Yeah. No, I'm riveted.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for us to kind of just dip into this well, you know, along the way, along this this journey of bad internet content, or in this case, good internet content.
Yeah.
We're gonna have, like, by the way, Tails Gets Trolled isn't the only good thing we're going to cover. I've got some good stuff planned. I don't know about you.
I'm on the hunt for something. I want to try and there's a particular franchise I'm obsessed with that really doesn't lend itself to having any sort of like actual dramatic content for, that I want to find like a well-written like drama fanfic for.
Well, fanfic is a well of good material, I will say that. I think, is there any other kind of discussion or thoughts that you have? Anything else you want to go into?
Erica, Sarah, you are our guests this episode. Might have forgotten about that because we just talk a lot.
Yeah, so this was fun. I didn't realize, what we were going to jump into because, I got kind of put on last minute. So, yeah, just the unveiling of page by page has been...
Have you ever read this before, Sarah?
No, I've never read this before.
Oh, it's glorious.
Oh my
I don't go out of my way to read stuff like this usually, but it's always like really fun. So
I know I personally get more excited when a character shows up and Tails Gets Trolled than if they got announced for Super Smash Brothers. 100%.
Although they've done better justice if they get.
he's
put in
thrown
Tails
some
Gets Trolled.
curveballs in there for sure.
Yeah.
So far,
You don't even know.
You don't even
the half of it.
fucking know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm excited. Like,
I don't fucking
here's
know.
my problem. I'm facing a dilemma here now because this chapter was really the hook for me, right? So like now I'm like, do I save my reactions for this show, or I kind of just want to go home and read it all? Like,
Devin, you
it's
have to
gotta
save
be
it
a
for the show.
surprise.
It has to be a surprise.
I'll save it for the show.
Let this be my one fucking thing I have to bring to the table.
Fair enough.
For this joint production.
Well, we did discuss some other things too that I specifically I'm going to assign to you because I feel like your voice suits some of these better than mine does. That's certainly what I want to be doing next week. So I think that's about all I had to say about this. Thank you, as always, to Aria for providing our music. You can find her on Twitter at 2glitch. Please, if you enjoy the show, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. We would super, super appreciate it. And
of course, if you can, go and support tailsgetstrolled.org is the official website. You can go and read it for yourself.
Oh yeah, check it out for sure. Check out the art is just so glorious. If you can, please subscribe to me on Patreon. It helps keep the show going. You'll be 5 episodes ahead of everyone else. So if you want to binge, that would be a great place to do it. You'll also see some of the other projects I'm working on as well. You can follow either of us on Twitter. And I think that's about all the housekeeping items that I had to go over. So that being said, we'll see you on the next episode.
And remember, don't read where you shit.